What's up guys, Dan here. After announcing the A80 for quite a while now, Samsung is finally launching the A80 in Malaysia with the price tag of 24.99 ringgit. So here's the question, is it worth the price? The first thing you're gonna notice is the super bright, saturated, high contrast 6.7-inch new Infinity Super AMOLED display with no notch or bezels. It also comes in 3 colors: Angel Gold, Phantom Black, and Ghost White. The build quality of it definitely feels premium, but the rotating camera module makes it seem fragile. On the top, there's no speaker anymore, but it is now under the display, which makes it look cleaner. If you go to the bottom, you can also see that Samsung have finally removed the headphone jack for this model, which leaves us with the alternatives of either using a Type-C earphone or just go wireless. Powering this device is the Snapdragon 730 with an octa-core processor, along with a whopping 8GB of RAM and 128GB of storage, which on the downside doesn't have SD card support. The battery is a decent 3700 mAh, which supports Samsung's new 25W super fast charge compared to their previous 15W fast charge. Like any other premium phones, the A80 also has an on-screen fingerprint sensor as well, which I'll get to it later. Gaming on such a high-spec device is absolutely nice. With the new Infinity display, there's no notch blocking you, making it more immersive. At 6.7-inch, the screen is huge and vibrant, as expected from a Super AMOLED display. Performance is smooth as well. Overall experience is pretty similar to any flagship device. Moving on to the speakers, let's check out the audio quality. The speakers are loud, but unfortunately it doesn't have a stereo speaker like the other flagship phones. Even though audio is loud, you might accidentally cover up the speakers with your fingers, especially during gaming, which might be an issue for some. The A80 comes with a standard 2019 triple camera setup with 48MP main shooter, 8MP wide-angle lens, and a 3D depth sensing lens for the natural bokeh shots. Just a fun fact, if you try pulling the camera out by force, it actually retracts on its own. As for the on-screen fingerprint, for normal usage it works just fine. But if you noticed, it doesn't unlock with just a tap, unlike the S10. You'd have to place your finger on the screen about 1 second for it to unlock. The reason behind this is the technology, which uses an optical on-screen fingerprint sensor as compared to the faster and more reliable ultrasonic fingerprint sensor on the S10. Overall, the A80 is priced very slightly below flagship prices, but doesn't include these few prominent features you'd expect from a flagship device, such as no wireless charging, no IP68 or any kind of resistance to dust and water. But on the bright side, the A80 does support Samsung Pay, which currently is only available on Samsung's flagship devices such as the S and Note series. If you ask me, it's hard to justify the price tag given that it still feels pretty fragile with that 2 moving camera parts. I wouldn't want to imagine if it accidentally fell on the ground though. Well, for a device that's priced at the flagship territory, if you're not really into the all-screen display, it's better you spend a little more getting the other flagship devices, or I'd rather recommend you getting the Galaxy A70 at 2000 ringgit, which is also very similarly spec'd to the A80 with the same 8GB RAM and also 128GB of internal storage. Let me know in the comments on what you think of this device, and if you like seeing content like this, please do like and subscribe as it'll mean a lot to me. Catch you guys later. Peace.